Hello, everybody out there. So for today's video, what I wanted to talk about was how to make friends with anyone. And in reality, this kind of applies to, I guess, making someone attracted to you within a relationship like dynamic, but I'm kind of focusing on like making friends. But it really does tie over to that as well. So I'm going to kind of like squish these two examples into one and run with that. But before I hop into the actual video, if you could real quick go down and... You thought I was going to say like and subscribe? No. If you could please share the video. If you do actually enjoy the content, if it's helpful for you or you think it'd be helpful for somebody else, please do share, whether you let them know about the channel, you message them directly, or if you want to, I guess, tag them somehow in the video, however you get this, however you watch the video, tag them in it. Whatever it may be, because the idea of the Greater Than movement is helping improve 100 million people's lives in a multitude of different ways, and the best way for that to happen is for people to share the actual content. Obviously, if you want to like and subscribe, you can do that as well. But at the end of the day, everyone else on YouTube tells you to do that, and so I don't want to be like everybody else, and hopefully you don't want to be like everybody else. So if you want to do that, you can, but I don't want to say it because everyone else does. So hopping into the actual video for today, the idea of making friends with anyone or attracting someone that you want to attract kind of merge together. So hopping into it, what I'm really going to say, and I've kind of preached this a lot in my own personal life, is that people don't really care about other people. And when I say that, people are always like, oh, no, I care about people, Ethan, I do. Like, I give people money, or I care about people that are in need, or that are, if someone's house was burning down, I would help them get out. And I know that those are kind of like, I don't want to say more extreme, because like giving someone money or helping someone in need is not really extreme, but you know what I kind of mean. Like, those examples are very altruistic things. And what I mean is, like, you're just inherently being a good human and helping someone who's in need. So I'm not referencing that. So please understand that, like, for the context of this video, I'm not talking about those actions or those ideas. Excuse me. What I'm talking about is this idea of really caring about people, and really getting to know them and meeting them where they're at. And again, some people tell me like, oh, I do that and I'm friendly with everybody. And again, I'm not talking about being friendly. What I'm talking about is really getting to know people and really getting to meet them where they're at and learning about them. And you're thinking to yourself, how does this tie into the topic of making friends with anyone or attracting someone out in the universe? Or I guess someone specific, obviously, not someone generalistically speaking. But I digress. So how does it tie in together? And what I'm going to tell you is, if you really think about it, ask yourself the last time that someone asked you somewhat personal questions about your childhood or what you like to do in your free time and then went into it more, or asked you about your relationships with your family, or asked you about where you grew up or where you went to school or what you want to do with your life. What are your dreams and goals? And think about the last time someone asked you those types of questions that wasn't your significant other, that wasn't your family, or wasn't already your friends, like best friends, let's say. And I'm going to tell you, for most people, I'd say 90 to 95% of people, you can't think of somebody. And if it was somebody, it's probably someone that you're either now best friends with, or someone that you're in a relationship with, or family. So like those things again. So the reason why I bring that up and the reason why we're tying these two things together is that if you ask people, like truly, what they like talking about the most, and I know everyone's going to say like, oh, I'm not that person, but it's true. People love telling you about themselves. People love telling you about where they grew up, what they like to do, like all this stuff about themselves. People like having those conversations. People like being able to tell somebody. And the reason why I believe that's so much more true now is that even less people ask people those questions. So sometimes you'll ask someone deeper, real topic questions, and for a second they might like lean back and be like, why are you asking me this? Like, what's the catch? Why do you want to know? And you just have to like be very sincere and like, I'm just really curious. I really just want to know. Now, obviously, especially if you're a guy trying to attract a girl or you're making a friend that's a girl, don't be like, when was your first period? Because that's completely different and completely awkward. Please don't do that, because you will shut down any chance of making a friend or creating any attraction with this person. So like, don't ask those types of questions. But really, I'm telling you, if you want to make friends, possibly even best friends with anybody you meet. If you want to attract someone of the same sex, opposite sex, doesn't matter. If you want to attract someone that you're kind of into or you kind of have a crush on, whatever, having those conversations, and I'm not saying have them around a bunch of people because then it's really awkward because then they're sharing their information with a bunch of people. So having those one-on-one conversations, though, is going to set you apart from everybody else that they meet. And especially when it comes to dating or creating attraction, like, I'm not saying like be super needy and like trying to like pull all this information out way too quick. I'm not saying that. Like, don't go too fast. But really starting to have those conversations is going to set you apart. And it's going to make them interested in you for two reasons. Number one, they're going to be interested in you because you've asked them so much. And if you've ever heard this term before, it's like, I can't remember the exact like term off the top of my head, but I know that the generalistic idea is like the theory of reciprocity, which basically means like you give someone stuff and then they want to give stuff back to you. Like, so I'm telling you, they're going to become more interested in you because now you've asked them all these questions. You've tried to invest in them. So now they're going to want to invest in you. They're going to want to spend time trying to talk to you about what's going on in your life. What do you like? And it's going to be like, and that's the reason why when you ask someone, how's your day? In Western society, you're supposed to always ask how their day is, the theory of reciprocity. So it's taking that a step farther and asking these questions. So number one, they're going to be more interested in you and more intrigued because they feel like they've given you all this. They want something from you now. And number two, it's the fact that when you ask people all these questions, especially in the dating world, you will hear it. And I have heard it before. You know so much about me, but I feel like I don't know anything about you. And all of a sudden, it makes you so much more intriguing because they know that they've told you a mini version of their life or life story. But they don't know anything about you because most people are so used to no one asking them that they don't ask people these questions either. Because it's uncomfortable or because it's just not common practice. So that a lot of times when you're having these conversations, you can go on a roll of asking questions and building this rapport and building this relationship up without ever really getting asked too many back to you. You might get some once in a while, but it's not going to be the multitude that you're giving to them. So you're going to create intrigue because they don't know very much about you. And number two, it's a theory of reciprocity where they feel like, God, I want to know about you now. I've given you so much. Like, give me some. And I'm telling you, this will solidify friendships. Because especially, like, I don't know how it is for women. I'm not going to lie. I don't know how y'all have these conversations. But talking to some guys out there in the universe, guys don't tell each other a lot of stuff. So when one guy starts asking someone else more information and starts digging deeper and actually giving a crap, you start to build a relationship that's really, really solid because 95% of men aren't going to ask other men about where'd you grow up? What was your family like? How many siblings do you have? What do you like doing outside of work or however you met them? Like having those deeper connections. And again, I'm telling you, they're going to be like, oh, I don't know anything about this person. Like, I'm interested in them because I don't know anything. And also that they give a crap about me. And nobody ever asked me this stuff. And that's something else you might get, especially in like a romantic way. You might get someone asking you like, why are you, like I already kind of said, why are you asking me this? No one ever asked me these questions. No one cares. They don't want to say no one cares. And no one probably will ever tell you no one cares. But that's true, is nobody cares. Not about this kind of stuff because it's just we try and get through our day talking to people and just having the bare minimum amount of conversation and contact. But I'm challenging you that if you want to have more friends and make friends with anybody that you meet that you're able to see somewhat consistently, or if you're trying to create a relationship with someone romantically, having these types of conversations will benefit you tenfold. You will increase your relationship because now you're going to know stuff about them that some of their friends, some of their best friends probably don't know because they've never asked because people don't normally care or don't normally think about it. However you want me to phrase it. I don't want to say everything's negative, but like people don't normally care. So it's the truth. Like, or they just don't think about it. Whichever way, I don't care. Or it's uncomfortable. But be comfortable with being uncomfortable because as long as you're not asking, when was your first period or you first meet someone that you're attracted to, when did you first have sex? Like, don't ask those questions like I already said. But I'm telling you, it is the best way to create stronger friendships and to create some type of attraction. Obviously there's like physical attraction that has to be there and I don't want to like leave that out. But if you go on a date with a girl, let's say you do online dating or you've seen them at school, or wherever at work, and you ask them out and they say yes, like obviously they're physically attracted to you. So now you've got that base covered. But if you're actually going out with them, I'm telling you, have good quality questions, things that you want to ask, because it shouldn't just be because like you're trying to play the game and you want to have a great relationship or you want to cause attraction, but it also should be because you genuinely are interested in this person and you want to hear their story. Because I'm telling you, if you go back to the beginning, the first thing I asked you, when is the last time someone asked you these types of questions? When's the last time someone seemed like they cared enough to know or ask? And I'm going to tell you that you probably can't remember if it wasn't a significant other, a really good friend, or a family member. So that's my advice. That's my recommendation. Hopefully you go out and try it, utilize it. I guarantee it'll work. Like, I know I don't really say everything always works, and it may not always work because you might find someone who's really shy or really introverted or very keeps everything to themselves, very close to the chest. But those people are kind of like a smaller percentage, and even a good percentage of those people, if you ask them more gentler questions and you don't just bombard them, then over time their wall will come down a little bit and they'll give you more. So if you have any questions about this, because I can make this video a 20-30 minute video, but I don't want to like break down step by step, because if I do that, it'll be way too long. Nobody will want to watch it because it'll just get kind of boring if you're not like super invested in the process. So if you have questions about all the steps or really how to take this advice and really completely apply it and have it work so you have better friendships, make friends with anybody, better relationships, create more attraction, whatever it is, feel free to reach out to me. You can DM me on pretty much any social media platform at the Greater Than Movement, or you can comment down below and I can reach out to you somehow, some way through there and have some dialogue. If you have questions about anything else I want to talk about, which is pretty much everything, feel free to reach out for that reason as well. And again, if you guys did enjoy the video, or you think it'll be helpful for somebody else, or maybe you just have kids who are a little more introverted and have a hard time making friends, or maybe your buddy cannot for some reason seem to make connections with women when he goes out, he gets first date just shot down, this might help him as well, or a girl who has a problem, whatever it may be. So hopefully you can share it with somebody, or just share it because you're trying to put a little bit of good information out there if you actually enjoyed it. So again, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope it was a little bit of good insight, positivity, a little bit of knowledge, spreading some positive light, all that fun, good jazz. So you guys have a blessed day. I'll talk to you guys real soon. Stay healthy, stay safe. Remember, above all, guys, be greater than. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.